DC Divas Hall of Fame class. This is something that we've been doing for 3 years now. It's an opportunity for the Divas organization to recognize some of the best players, coaches, and staff members who have really helped this organization be one of the top teams year in, year out of women's football. As I say, this is the 3rd year that we've done this, and there are 2 ways that you can be elected to the DC Divas Hall of Fame. The first is we put a vote up publicly on Facebook, on our website, and we allow fans to vote for one player that they feel is deserving for induction to the DC Divas Hall of Fame. And previous inductees through this have been Tessa Nelson and Rochelle Pekowski. So the fans have a pretty good handle on who are some of the best players in Divas history. And this year, the fans elected for induction to the DC Divas Hall of Fame Tara Kallal, the wide receiver and then wide receiver coach for the team. And I'll give you a quick story about Tara, just real quick. The very first game the Divas ever played, on April 28, 2001, they were playing a team called the Philadelphia Liberty Bells in Philly. And Philadelphia lined up, kicked off, and the ball came through the air and was fielded by the Divas by Tara Kallal, who returned it 9 yards to make the first play for this franchise and in the history of women's football in Washington, D.C. And she's been a presence with this team ever since, as both a wide receiver and a wide receivers coach. So it's my great pleasure to announce the first inductee to the DC Divas Hall of Fame, class of 2017, number 84, Tara Kallal.
Okay, I'm going to have my face stuck in this paper. I apologize, but if I don't, I'll start talking about cats and wine. So first, I'd just like to say that I'm extremely honored to be inducted into the Hall of Fame and to be inducted alongside my teammates Nikki and Fish, who, like fine wine, got better over time. 17 years ago, in a random meeting of a girl named Grace Boyd, who years later became my teammate, she informed me of the Divas' first tryout. Even though the thought of playing football was thrilling and something I've always dreamed of, I really didn't know that much about the game. When you're a Chicago Bears fan, you find yourself drinking quite a bit during games and throwing things, not really paying attention to the details. So I called my friend Edie and asked her which position I should play. She said something on offense, and when there was dead silence on the line, she asked if I wanted to run the ball or catch the ball. And I said, of course, catch the ball. So my brother Mark took me to a church parking lot to teach me around and help me prepare for the tryout. I made the team, obviously, and started off on some new adventure that would continue the next 16 plus years of my life, something I could have never imagined, but something I'll always do. In our first season in 2001, we were all rookies, and were given a choice of jersey numbers. I originally picked 23, my lifetime favorite number, which is my birthday, November 23rd, for the handful of you that might not know that. But some player named Luann Peterson, she's right over there, the girl in the blue pointing at her. She already submitted her request for that number. As much as I begged her, who made me pick another number. So I chose the number 84 to honor my favorite football player, my brother Jason, who should be here but isn't. Turns out it was a more fitting number for the receiver anyway, so thank you, Luann, for stealing my number. Appreciate it. Through Coach Cooper's teachings and patience, I did learn the game of football and became a player. With the guidance of my wide receiver coaches throughout the years, Brian Williams, Joe Williams, and Eric Evans, I grew as a wide receiver, learning finer points of the position to a level where I would eventually teach it to others. Throughout my career, I was fortunate to play alongside many superstars, none greater than my QB, Allie Hamlin, who managed to get me the ball even while under pressure, on the run, or sometimes in a panda way, tripping over her own 2 feet. After 10 years on the field and 6 knee surgeries, it was time for me to hang up the cleats and grab a whistle. transition into coaching was pretty seamless for me, thanks to the help of Eric, who kept me sane, Nikki, my goofball partner in crime, Coach Fish, the greatest head coach of all time, and my beloved group of wide receivers known as the Air Squad, a term originally coined by our coach Brian. My career with the Divas has been life-changing, although not in the Claudia way. I made lifelong friends, gained a new family, and added a few new items to my jewelry collection. In closing, I'd like to say thanks to Edward Cooper, who was dearly missed, Mr. Hamlin for providing us the opportunity to be a part of this great franchise, Rich Daniel and Neil Rosendahl for all they do for this organization that seemingly goes unnoticed, Allie, or Handa, for bamboozling me into playing and coaching for so long, and for her love of Bearcats, Eric, whose guidance and friendship I value more than he knows, Alison Fischer, for making me a better wide receiver by being such an a-hole at practice, and for giving me a coaching job. Thank you. My neighbors, the Friendlies, who have been here since the very beginning and have purchased every piece of Diva drill ever made. If you're looking to borrow something, they're right up there. Raise your hands, Friendlies, right up there. They only charge $10 an hour for clothing rental. Also to my friends and family who have endured countless games in the rain and have remained steadfast in their support and love, even when I had to miss important milestones and events. Those I played with, learned from, and coached over the past 16 years, which were filled with great times and a lot of red wine, especially during the coaching years. And now I'd like to finish this speech the best way I know how.
Way that you can be inducted to the DC Divas Hall of Fame is through a vote by the alumni. We give players, current and former players, coaches, and staff members an opportunity to select 2 players that they feel should represent them in the Divas Hall of Fame. And the first player that was selected by the alumni, also a wide receiver, Nicky Williams. Nicky Williams retired in 2009, the first time, as the leading wide receiver in Divas history in terms of yards and touchdowns. She came out of retirement a couple of times, most notably in 2014 when she came back as a quarterback, took over after an injury and led the Divas in her final season to a division championship as a quarterback. So a great inductee. Ladies and gentlemen, number 88, Nicky Williams.
Well, unlike Tara, I don't have a speech, not a written one anyway. I would first like to thank the Diva organization, Mr. Hamlin, for giving me a platform to be able to come out and play football. I've gotten a lot of awards over the years through athletics, and probably less than a handful. I really, when someone asks me, what award do I treasure the most, and this award is definitely going to be in that top less than a handful. Truly humbling an award, especially to be voted in by the alumni. It really means a lot when your peers and players that you played with think enough of what you did to vote you in. So certainly for me, that's a big deal. There are a lot of people who supported me over the many years that I played, and I am actually still blessed and able to still be a part of the organization as a coach. So even though I'm not still playing, I am still heavily involved, which for me is a big deal as well. But to all my family and those that supported me along the way during my career, I certainly appreciate that. And to all my teammates who made me better and gave me an opportunity to be the player that I became, I certainly am appreciative also of that from them. There's so many people that I played with. We had so many superstars on the teams that I played on that for me to be voted into the Hall of Fame means a lot because I know that there's so many more that are on that ballot and continue to be on the ballot that are just as deserving as I am. And so for me to get in certainly is something that for me doesn't go unnoticed. So again, I say thank you to all of you that supported me, rooted for me, voted for me. I thank you. And I will always treasure this honor, and it will certainly have a special place in my home when I get the little trinket that I think I'm going to get from Mr. Hamlin. So again, thank you.
No introduction. Alison Fischer was a defensive back for the Divas for 10 years and then became the head coach of the DC Divas for 5 seasons, was one of the legendary head coaches the Divas have had, leading the team to back-to-back national championship victories. Recognized today in the Hall of Fame, number 24, Alison Fischer.
I want to start off by thanking Neil for really putting this together and all the work that he does. He's put so much of our history down on paper and made it real, and is really a walking encyclopedia of women's football. You know, as a DB, one of the first things you're taught is to follow your receiver in cover 1, or when you're a man, anywhere she goes. So after trying to cover Nikki and Tara for 10 years on the field, seems only fitting I follow them in the Hall of Fame. And I'm privileged and honored to be inducted with them as well as Mama and Papa goes. I believe one of the keys to bringing out the best in yourself is to surround yourself with great people. And I've certainly been surrounded by greatness throughout my career. And I want to take some time to acknowledge and thank those folks. Starting with my teammates. Played with so many amazing players on the field and off the field, great people. And like Nikki said, I just feel so privileged and honored to have played with them and to be in this group. They were special teams, they were special people, and they transcend time. So thanks to them. Coach Cooper, who taught us all football, but I think more importantly, kind of instilled in us the ethics and the values and the principles that we still hold dear today and that separate us and make us DC Divas. Things like hard work, being a good teammate, putting your team first, those kind of principles that built our foundation. It can be tough, you know, as a player, stepping down and leaving the game. And for me, I can't say it was easy, but it was a very easy decision. At 46, which my last year I played, my nickname went from Fish to Mama Fish. My DB started saying I was older than their parents. And this rookie wearing number 12 started up lining across from me at practice. And I quickly learned that if I didn't put her on her butt right off the line, she was going to make me look silly. If you know number 12, Ashley, she's made a lot of DBs look silly over her career, so it makes me feel a little better. But anyway, it was time for me to step down as a player, and I always knew I would headed for coaching. I didn't know I'd be a head coach right off the bat, but our owner, Mr. Hamlin, had a vision and a conviction that a female should be a head coach in this league. So he took a chance on a very green, rookie, inexperienced head coach and stood by me through some challenging first years, and I thank him for that. Rich Daniel, the man behind the camera. His dedication is unmatched. Has supported me as a player and a coach, and has really helped me carry the load when it got heavy. Rich. Eric Evans, with his psychology degree that somehow convinced me that women's football needed me, and had the patience as I went through those first couple years. Allie Hanlon for somehow persuading me to come out of retirement, for being a great friend and sharing a lifetime of memories. My coaching staff, I can't say enough about these guys. They're the best they are. Hard working, obviously know football, put the players first. And I've said it before, I may have been the head coach of this team and steered the ship, but they're the ones that made it run. My players that have opportunity to coach just face multiple challenges, always found a way to overcome them. And as Franco Harris told me after the championship game, had great character. They taught me how to be a better coach and also taught me a few dance moves. Thanks to you. My parents who made so many treks from Williamsburg to come watch me play. My dad still carries my player card in his wallet and will take it out and talk to anybody that wants to listen. And my mom was probably who was the happiest person when I retired from playing, because she could actually come and watch the game instead of having her eyes closed. And my family, my cousins, aunts, uncles, and friends that have supported me through the years and understood when I missed birthdays and family reunions and anniversaries and every other kind of function because it conflicted with football. So I thank you guys. I'm here because of you, and I'm a product of your contributions, so thank you.
The Divas Hall of Fame has also inducted one non-playing contributor every year. In the past it was Ezra Cooper and Daddy Nat Randolph, and this year it's George and Joyce Marfull, Mama and Papa Ghost, who've done so much behind the scenes with the Gold Club and support just along the side, unrecognized with the team. So we want to recognize Mama and Papa Ghost, as well as Alison Fischer, Nikki Williams, and Tara Kallal, your DC Divas Hall of Fame class of 2017. Thank you, folks.
I will be presenting you.
Give me a picture.
So I can put it on, so I can put it in that special place. Gotta go back to ball duty. You okay? Sit down.
She's just happy
so happy
for you.
She cried.
She's happy, that's what it is. I know, you don't see that every day, do you?
Thank you so much for all
How about that?
My knees hurt. You want to get a shot of the old knees? I mean, come on. Sometimes you got to sacrifice your body for the greater good.